Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video I will be recapping day 3 of the Washington Commanders minicamp. I'll show you guys some practice clips, talk about some of the biggest takeaways, and give you guys an injury update, but I'll also talk about some very good Terry McLaurin contract news. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content on the road to 8,000 subscribers. Also hit that like button and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. So let's get started with the practice clips. There's one clip from Jahan Dotson that you can just see how good his hands are, and yeah, that definitely got me excited right there for what he can do this season. So let's get into that. Here's a catch by Cam Sims. Carson Wentz to Cole Turner. So here's J.D. McKissic doing a Randy Jordan running back drill. Taylor Heineke to Antonio Gandy Golden. Okay, so today was a very light day of minicamp. Usually the third day of minicamp, they either don't have practice or it's more of like a walkthrough and a very light practice, and that's what happened today. Very light practice, so nothing too much happened. But I want to talk about the Terry McLaurin news from Jeremy Fowler. So on ESPN today, he said Washington and Terry McLaurin talks are intensifying and could be done this week or at least by training camp if things keep going the direction they are going, and that's great news. And I'll show you guys the full thing right here. So he was talking on Get Up, and he said the Commanders value this guy in a big way. I'm told that Washington has intensified their efforts to try to get a long-term deal done with him. Fowler said he sat out minicamp. That sort of sparked more talks. They've sort of been upping their proposals. Nothing imminent yet, but this could get done even this week. Definitely before training camp is Washington's plan. So looks like Washington is very confident a deal gets done. And if you saw or watched or listened to Ron Rivera's press conference yesterday, like, he seemed very, very confident that a deal would get done, like more than in the past. And so I don't know. I think he is. I don't know. I feel like they will get a deal done soon, maybe even in the next couple weeks. Like Jeremy Fowler said, I like my confidence level probably like at an 8 or 8.5 out of 10. I think they will get a deal done with Terry McLaurin before training camp. But again, the quicker they get it done, the better, because the money is going to go up. So if they get it done now, that's great, because it could be that, Deebo Samuel or DK Metcalf, they get a big deal, and that, moves up the price for Terry McLaurin a little bit more. So I just think that getting a deal done now or in the nenext couple weeks is smart, and you definitely don't want to wait until the next off season, because then you're going to have to franchise tag him, and you don't want that to happen. You want to get this deal done before the season starts, before training camp starts, really, and even now would be nice. So great to hear that, and I think that if they can give him like 23-ish million, I think he will take that. And I know someone on my other video said, 23, there's no way Terry McLaurin takes it. I think he would take 23, like Stephon Diggs, who I think is a better receiver than Terry McLaurin, at least at the moment. We'll see how good Terry is this year with better receivers and better QB play, but he's making like 24 mil a year, so I think 23 for Terry is very reasonable, but he could make 24. And AJ Brown got 25 because he was traded for, and the player has a lot more leverage when that happens, because the team basically has to pay him. So I think Terry would be fine with 23. Like DJ Moore got 20, 21, and he's a great receiver. Like stats-wise, has been better than Terry. I would take Terry over him, but just stats-wise, he's been better, and he got paid like 20, 21, and that was earlier on in the offseason. Again, the price has gone up, so I would try to I think they could get Terry for around 23 right now. 23 mil, maybe a little bit more, but I think 23 is that sweet spot. But if they wait until Deebo, DK get their deal, even Deontay Johnson, it'll probably be more like 25, maybe even 26. So get a deal done now so the drama doesn't go on any longer, and it seems like both sides are in a good spot, so that is good to hear, and I think a deal could get done in the next 10 days or so. So now on to injury updates for today's practice. That's kind of the main takeaway from today. Charles Leno and Cornelius Lucas weren't there. and Charles Leno's still dealing with that injury. And Curtis Samuel was there, but watching the receiver drills. Same thing with Dax Milne, and the update was for those guys, all those guys. Charles Leno had that knee or something a couple days ago on the first day of minicamp and sat out the last 2 days, but he's not too concerned. And then Dax Milne is in a boot, but he expects him to be out of the boot by training camp. And let's see, there was one more thing with Curtis Samuel. He's been out the last 2 days out of an abundance of caution. He's a player who can be very important to the offense. I don't know. I'm still not sold on Curtis Samuel being healthy. And, they said it's not totally related to the groin. I don't know. I need to see this guy play before I'm not going to feel confident about Curtis Samuel's health until he's playing more than until we're at the midway point of the season and he's healthy. And yeah, I'm not going to feel confident about him until then, because things like this where he can't practice for more than 3 days straight, that is concerning. He looked good in OTAs, and I think the last day he was out, and then or maybe the last two, and then he played on the first. He was there for the first day of minicamp, and then the last two he's been out. So I don't know. I really hope he's fine, and I hopefully it's the injury or the soreness that's bothering him right now has nothing to do with the groin. I believe Ron Rivera said that, but who knows? It could be the groin, but let's hope it's not. So that's kind of the injury update there. Nothing major besides Curtis Samuel. And the main guys, Logan Thomas, Chase Young, Chase Roulier, still, rehabbing. I'm really hoping those guys can be back within the first few weeks of the season. I think Chase Roulier will be back probably by training camp maybe. Logan Thomas and Chase Young will start off on the PUP list. I almost guarantee that. I think Ron Rivera even said that to Jeremy Fowler, that Chase Young will likely start training camp on the PUP list, but you can get off the PUP list anytime. And Logan Thomas, I would be extremely surprised if he's not on the PUP list as well. So kind of a thread here from Matthew Paris from the Washington Times. He said Trey Turner's getting a vet day. We talked about Leno and Lucas missing. And then I think Lucas is because of an illness, and same thing with Curtis Samuel. So nothing really major at all today. Let's see. So a lot of the backups were getting the bulk of the reps for the final day. Sam Howell had a nice pass to Alex Erickson, who had a big day, I believe, yesterday, who made the touchdown grab who made a grab for a touchdown. And that was the only play that Zach Selby put up. Usually he puts 6 or 7 up, so that just shows how really nothing major happened at all. I'm trying to see, Rivera's talking about, Carson Wentz building some confidence. Rivera appreciates how much the younger players have embraced the system and their confidence in it. Mentioned Jamin Davis, Derek Forrest, and Benjamin St. Juste. Okay, and then Rivera was asked about the backup defensive backs that have stood out. He mentioned Benjamin St. Juste, who a lot of people have been talking about this, off season so far, that he's been playing well. Jeremy Reeves also got a mention, and then Chris Holmes, who the Washington Commanders drafted in the 7th round, Danny Johnson, Percy Butler. So basically mention every single player, but, I guess it's good. Percy Butler's had a good couple or few minicamp, sessions, so that's good to hear for sure. And then, so that's kind of it for today. We also got the news about training camp, where it's going to be, the dates and everything. So I'll give you guys that right here. So training camp starts on July 27th and goes to August 18th. And it's going to be in Ashburn. And there's an open practice on August 6th for the fans. And that will be at FedEx Field. So you guys can go get tickets for that right now. I got tickets right now. I think I got 4 tickets. We'll see if I'm probably going to go unless something comes up. And I believe the other sessions are going to be lottery based if you want to go to the session. So we'll see. It should be fun. Ashburn's a lot closer to me than Richmond, so I'll definitely try to go to a couple of those sessions. But yeah, that's it for today's recap. Really nothing to recap in terms of practice besides some injury updates and then Terry McLaurin's deal. It's good news for sure, but we've heard good news or, optimism about players before in terms of their deal, like Brandon Sheriff and others like Ronald Darby, I remember, and nothing, they ended up leaving. So we have to actually get the deal done this time, and I think they will. They know how important Terry McLaurin is to this football team, to the franchise as a whole. So I think a deal will get done, and I think it will be done before training camp. I'm saying like 8, 9 out of 10 confidence scale, maybe 9 at this point. After this news, before I was probably an 8. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff, and peace.